All right, I like this car. I'm not gonna lie, I just don't drive it. I've had it for a little over a year, maybe a year and a half now, and it's time for it to go. I just had it cleaned up, brought it to the car wash, all ready for the next owner, and I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of it. Part of me says list it for sale, the other part says just give it away, and that's sort of where I'm at now. But still, in my opinion, I think it's a little underpowered. It could use a little bit more power. But for the $10,000 to $12,000 or $15,000 that this car costs, you'd be hard-pressed to find a better convertible at that price. And it's a BMW. It's got BMW reliability, got BMW power, and it looks cool. I mean, it's a beefy-looking car. Now, some people, or especially James Best, would say that this car looks a little bit feminine or a little bit small. But you could say that about any small convertible. If you look at a Miata and say, like, oh, a Miata is a cool car, and then look at this and say, that's not a cool car, I don't know what to tell you. But in the world of Miatas or S2000s or M Roadsters, the Z3 doesn't really do anything for me. That's way underpowered. This with the M package, it looks beefier. It's got the wider fenders. It's got the cool wheels. It's got the pronounced grills on it. And I think it just looks like a cooler, better car. And for the price, it's tough to beat. So I think it's going to go up for sale. I'm going to be moving some t-shirts the beginning of February. If I don't sell this in the next couple of weeks, I'll give it away to somebody who buys a t-shirt. If I do end up selling it, if I do list it for sale and it ends up selling before that, I'll just ship somebody to Iceland for adventure drives that buys a t-shirt, so they get to go do that instead. So either way you win. But ultimately, this car, it's done me well, and it looks real nice. If you look at the condition for, I think it's got like 97 or 98,000 miles on it, it's real nice. But for a manual car, drives well, very simple, not a lot of things to break on it. And I mean, mine, I got to admit, does have a couple of rock chips, but that's standard wear. That's stuff that I probably wouldn't fix on a whatever it is, $11,000 car, $11,500 car. So there you have it. It's if you can think of a better car, I mean, put it in the comments. I don't think so at 11 grand. You could say a 3 Series, but again, you're right back in the BMW class. A used 3 Series or even a used M3, you're going to be hard pressed to find a E36, E46, well, E36 maybe, but the M3s, generally same sort of price category. This is just cool. It's fun. I like it. I enjoyed it for the time that I did drive it. I just don't drive it enough. And when you've got enough cars that this one ends up sitting outside, I said, you know what, time to run it to the car wash and put it up for sale for the next guy. And that may be you. If you're interested in buying it, I'll put a link in the description. If not a link, but at least an email address, you can reach out. I remember when I bought it, everyone's like, if you're going to sell it, let me know. And I just can't go back to my emails and find all those people. But if you're interested in this car, it's in New York or the New York, New Jersey area, and it's available. And if you see this thing still in my driveway in 2 weeks, then it's going to be given away to somebody, and you'll find out more details about that when we start moving some t-shirts. But t-shirts up and coming, February, shoot for February 1st to launch the t-shirts. And if I do sell this car and end up giving away the trip to Iceland for somebody on adventure drives, then that gives us time to get their flights booked and get them over to Iceland to have a good time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the comments. Honestly, like, I'm excited to see between the S2000s, the 3 Series, what convertibles people think in manual are more fun than this for the $10,000 or $15,000 that these things cost. For those of you not familiar with my other company, I started a company called Adventure Drives, which combines driving and bucket list travel. So it's a lot of fun. Our next trip is up to the Northern Lights in Iceland at the end of February. We're going to be doing snowmobiling on glaciers, off-roading, taking a dip in the Blue Lagoon, and drinking whiskey until we're silly. So that's going to be a lot of fun. After that, we're off to Europe for a trip in July. If you're interested, prices can be done per person. It starts at about $3,000 per person for Iceland. Don't worry, if you don't have somebody to go with you, we can match you up with somebody. You can check the link in the description for adventuredrives.com and sign up today.